The Bible is a living word that reads us as we read it. It's a person, a voice that proves that time is not linear, as one sentence can confirm the past, guide the present, and declare the future. You are here. I am here. He is here. We are here right now. In the tomorrow of yesterday and in the yesterday of tomorrow, I thank you for joining today. So, hi, thank you again for being here. In the last episode, we introduced Abram and Sarai, and they were really just minding their business, doing life, and God met them where they were and called them beyond that place, um, and changed everything for them. They seemed to be doing well. They had each other, they had riches, they had servants. They very well could have been content, but one day God was like, "Listen, I want to invite you into trusting me and to believing me. I want to introduce you to what faith really is." And he promised them, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna make a really great nation. I'm gonna make a great nation out of you. Like I'm doing big things with you, and I'm gonna do big things with your descendants." Now, that promise is something that probably would have been very easy for them to grasp onto if they had descendants. But at the time, they didn't have any children. So it was kind of like, okay, yeah, it's cool, I appreciate you and everything, but like you're promising me something that's hinged upon something that I don't have. And so to be made into a great nation and I don't even have children, like what are you really saying? And so um all of that to say sometimes God will make a promise to you that doesn't make sense. Sometimes he will call you to do things that's like, why would I do that? Why would I leave good to go to uncertainty? And it says a lot about Abram. It says a lot about Sarai. We don't know the pillow talk that they had. We don't know those conversations that are not written, but I imagine that it came with some challenges to just say, yeah, babe, we leaving. Or like, babe, I could die. Like I need you to lie for me. I need you to have my back on this so that these people don't kill me. It had its own risks, following God, but it has its reward too, right? So that's kind of where we left off before in our last episode. God was like, "Yeah, I know, I feel you. In the natural, you don't see what it is that you need to see in order to believe what it is that I'm saying. But I said what I said, and I'm standing 10 toes on what I said." So, um, boom, here we are. Now time has passed. It's been at least 10 years that has passed. And Sarai is like, all right, babe, like I hear you. You've been telling me that we left our home because God was gonna promise descendants and all of this other stuff, but like it's not happening. I'm unable to have children. And she said, I do have a servant though. So like take Hagar, have a baby with her because the property of my property is my property. So if you have a baby with Hagar, then the baby is kind of sort of mine too. Abram's like, I mean, what, babe? Like you want me to sleep with Hagar? And she's like, yes, honey, I want you to sleep with Hagar. We need this promise, bro. Like, and I'm not able to have children. So this is just, it's making sense. And so, um, he's like, I mean, if you insist. So Abram ends up sleeping with Hagar and Hagar got pregnant. She was not excited about it. So when Hagar found out that she was pregnant, she started having a little attitude with Sarai, like rolling her eyes and like dragging her house shoes across the sand and stuff like that. Like it said that she was treating Sarai with contempt. Like she was just disgusted with Sarai. And it started to be a bit of a problem because Sarai went to Abram and was like, listen, I don't know who she thinks she is, but you need to set her straight because she's being disrespectful and, so and she the servant, right? And so Abram was like, "I ain't even trying to really get in that. Like, I'm not trying to get into that. Just, yo, like, handle your business. Do what you gotta do." So it says that Sarai treated Hagar so badly that Hagar ran. Like she's like, "I ain't putting up with this no more. Like, I'm about to go." So Sarai was harsh and Hagar just was like, "All right, I'd rather be stranded than to be under this treatment." Like, so she ran, and when she ran, um, she had an encounter with God. And God was like, "Hey, um, where did you come from? Where are you going?" Like, um, sorry, I got it stuck in my head. To go, where did you go? But he asked her, he's like, "Where are you coming from? Where are you going?" And Hagar's like, "Listen, this is what happened. She's treating me like trash, and I didn't want to be in this situation to begin with, but I had to run because I'm not gonna put up with that." And God told her, "I hear you. I need you to go back, and I need you to submit. I need you. Ooh, I need you to go back, and I need you to submit." And he said, "I'm gonna give you more descendants than you can count to. Like, you're pregnant. I need you to name him Ishmael. I'm gonna give you a lot of descendants, and Ishmael, he a little rough around the edges. I'm gonna let you know that right now. He gonna have beef with everybody. Everybody gonna have beef with him because he's not the kindest or the most relatable kind of guy. He is gonna live in open hostility against all of his relatives. He's that one. And so I'm telling you this, but I see you. I got you. I need you to go back. I need you to submit to Sarai." And so she did, which is it says a lot about her too, right? It says a lot. It says a lot about Hagar, an Egyptian servant, to say, "Okay, I'll go back." And so I say that because the Egyptians served other gods. This was a big deal, but when she had this encounter, when Hagar had this encounter with God, she actually said, "You are the God who sees me." And I think that was the pivotal point for her in her deepest pain, I imagine, at the time. She was displaced from her home. She's now living with these people who are foreign to her. Her mistress, Sarai, is just like passing on her body, like, "Bro, like, use her body to be my womb," kind of thing. And um, so she's going through a lot of changes herself. And so to go back is a really big, it says a lot about Hagar that she went back. But she went back, she had a son with Abram and named him Ishmael as God instructed her to do. And I really just want to stop right there, and then we'll get into these name changes in our next episode. I thank you again for your time, and I look forward to our next time again if the Lord wills. Until then, bye for now.